That's how I live below my means, and I can afford a massive collection of video games. I'm kidding. That is some quality DK water. DK all day. What up, YouTube? This is Nate from Thriftdweller, and today on the channel, a long-awaited pickup video. I haven't shot one of these in a long time, mainly because I made a conscious decision not to go to the thrift store as much. Maybe I've lost that persistence I had when I was younger. Kuya Nate's getting old. Let's get into it. As we always do on our pickup videos, I'm a little bit rusty at this. 3 rounds. The first round, ding, ding, ding. Shelf padding. Things we got because they were cheap. I have been reflecting on this segment, and I think it's a stupid segment, but I still pick up shelf padding. Why do I do it? Because I'm DK all day, baby. My wife and my mother-in-law go to the thrift store more than I do. So they go on like dollar days though. They're really smart about it. They keep their persistence up and they find things for me that they think I would be interested in. And yes, my mother-in-law has found some amazing things in the past. 99 cents for a CD-ROM of Tempest. Has anybody played this game, or can anyone enlighten me on the whole Tempest world? I don't know. I've never played Tempest. This looks like a remake. I don't know if that's a remake or what, but it looks like it has those Star Fox graphics. You know who would know about this? EdT1138. Where are you, buddy? We miss you. He knows about crappy games like this. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I bought a Blu-ray for $1 at Salvation Army. Let the right one in. They got a 4-star rating. Come on, this is amazing. For people who don't know, I have a thing for like really bad horror movies. I think it stemmed from back in the day when I used to really frequent this video rental store, Wizards Video. That was my local video rental store. My family had a restaurant, and literally beside it was a Portuguese private bar. They're big in Winnipeg if you don't know. But beside that was Wizards Video, and I would just binge on a lot of their really crappy movies, and I almost like Angry Video Game Nerd. Not that I'm Angry Video Game Nerd, but I have an appreciation for that type of cinema. Guerrilla style. Much like our videos. Very guerrilla here. Because we DK all day. Why am I'll explain DK all day in another video. Yes, Salvation Army. Same day I got Let the Right One In, I picked up We Love Golf. Spelled W-E. That's not how you spell we. This one, if you saw there, it was a Capcom game. Complete in box. This one doesn't have that much value. I never actually heard about this game, but what intrigued me was on the back. I thought it was Chun-Li, but I think that's a costume for Chun-Li that you can see there. I think this would be a great streaming game if we ever started streaming. And given the state of the world nowadays, that might be a reality because we're going to be bunkering down everybody, staying indoors to be safe from the virus.
Well, son, you're not dreaming.
So, I guess that leaves us with something strange.
You guys remember that episode? Are you afraid of the dark? That virus was freaking creepy, man. Freaked me out as a kid. Books, because I know y'all love books. I picked this book up, A Wrinkle in Time. There's actually an interesting thing about this book. I'll show you in the inside here. The reason I got this book was because when I was a kid, a copy of this book sat on my dad's desk, and the cover was always intriguing to me. Like, what the hell is this story about? I think I was in grade 1 when I saw this book, so I wasn't reading novels at that time, but I remember my mind going wild with imagination of what this story could be about. Buff man with rainbow-colored wings, very gloomy color palette for the cover. Who's this Zordon-looking dude here with the halo around his head? I don't know. My mind went wild. A Wrinkle in Time obviously is a very popular story, but I never read it, and I've been reading a lot lately. Inspirational type, like self-help type things right now, which I really do enjoy, but I think I want to take a break and read something fictional. But inside there was this. It's like an old school Scholastic. In Canada, if you go to elementary schools, they give you this paper catalog and you can order books off of it. And this one was obviously an old order form for a Elena Hiller. This paper, from the look of this paper, this is at least 80s, and she was in grade 3 in room 10. So Elena Hiller, if this is you, I wonder if I should try to find this person on Facebook and say, yo, I found your book. Anyways, I'm finally excited to reconnect with this book, read it, and actually find out what this story was about. My wife was commenting the other day. I was watching a bunch of retro commercials on YouTube, and she's like, "You're very nostalgic." And I'm like, "Yes, I am Nate, the Thriftdweller." And watching old commercials like that, it's like going into a time machine for me. Let me know in the comments below if you share that type of thing. Anyways, Goosebumps. Y'all know I'm trying to collect Goosebumps. I'm trying to get a complete run. 1 to 62. Fuck, I probably just outed myself as not a real Goosebumps fan there. But these are all condition upgrade books for me. Monster Blood. I have a really crappy copy of that book. Let's Get Invisible. I actually read this one growing up as a kid. So this one holds a special place in my heart. Obviously, as a kid, I never had all the Goosebumps books, but I checked them out from the library when people didn't steal them. And what is this one? How to Kill a Monster. Let me know if there's any Goosebumps fans out there. The books that I'm missing, I'm literally missing like 4 books. And looking them up on eBay, I don't know if they're the harder ones to find, but they're the ones that are more expensive for me to buy singularly online. I haven't had any luck trying to find them locally. I think me being a thrift dweller, though, the majority of my video games were locally found. I want this collection to be locally found. Speaking of the FTR crew, ooh, look at that. This is from Canadian Zangief. I don't think he's making as much retro video game videos anymore, but he was kind enough to donate this. Because if you see my unbox review videos, they're very guerrilla style, DK all day. But this is like a rotating pedestal. It'll spin. It'll display items better. And I think it would just really help the production of those types of videos. Not that I'm trying to look professional or anything. There was a time maybe I was trying to leaning that way, but nowadays I just want to accept where I am and work with what I have and not try to hide it or camouflage it, right? But I think this would make a really nice touch for the video. Very inexpensive. You bought this off Amazon. I'm making a donation to... Oh, good opportunity to bring up the charity that I think officially our channel will be representing, Always Player 2, as part of Extra Life Charities. For people who don't know, the whole concept is that it is a network of video game streamers who, I don't know, like there's one day of the year you stream live and people who are watching can donate to your live stream for your local children's hospital. And Canadian Zangief actually has a really powerful story about that, which we did record on this channel, and I do have it. I was supposed to use it for like another project I was doing here locally, Retro Gamers Winnipeg, but I kind of shut that down. And I think I'll share it on this channel. It's like 2 or 3 years old already, so that'd be fun to put up on our YouTube channel. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, find out about why we are passionate about Always Player 2. Look at that. Science. That's it for round 1. Round 2, ding ding ding. No cheaps. Things we got because we wanted to add them to the collection, not because they were cheap or anything. Sometimes they are cheap, but we, these are items that were plug-in holes that were missing from our collection. Speaking of plug-in holes, DK all day. I remember making a video last year with Lester about things that were still missing from our video game collection, like top 3 items. It was a top 3 Tuesday episode. And this year, because I've been so focused, man, Jay-Z, I've almost completed that list. I'm missing one more item from that list, but that will be a future video. Stay tuned to the channel. Top 3 video game items missing from my collection. One of the items that I had mentioned is this game, Kid Dracula, for the Famicom. I got this locally through Retro Bomb Collectibles. Our buddy Rick. What up, Rick? Thank you very much for the hookup. He was selling this, I think, on behalf of Canadian Zangief, who liquidated some of his games. I think I'm allowed to say it. And this was in his collection. I would have rather bought it directly from Canadian Zangief, but when he DM'd me that he was selling some items, I didn't get back to him fast enough because your boy is very slow on the internet, okay? I don't have data on my phone, okay? That's how I live below my means, and I can afford this a massive collection of video games. I'm kidding, of course. I'm being sarcastic. But anyways, Kid Dracula, it's one of the games that I wanted to add to my collection. Would I have loved to have it complete in box? Yes. But you don't come across this game often here locally. So when I saw it from Retro Bomb, I picked it up. 30 bucks for the cartridge. I think that's a good deal. Even though I have it on my Pi. I'm calling the Pi the ultimate like bunker entertainment system. I'd rather have it physically like this. For people who don't know, the Retro Pi, it's like a small little computer that you put all your emulators and ROMs on. Only backups of the games you already own though, right? $2.99 minus 20% off from Valley Village. I just thought it looked really cool. Adjustable head. This could have been in shelf padding, to be honest. I am putting this as part of my convention stock that when I go to a convention eventually, when we're allowed to gather in masses again, this is gonna be on my table in my $5 bin, I guess. Pokemon Blast, because your boy is such a big Pokemon fan. Pokemon Rumble Blast for the 3DS. This one was $14.99. I just saw the receipt there. Minus 20% off with my coupon. I don't know. Same day I picked up Billy over there. I picked this up. This one obviously is resell. I don't think there's not much profit margin here, but like I said before, I'm not the best businessman. And that moment you've been waiting for, ding, 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 the best pickup of the video, the maple syrup pickup of this video. Because we are Canadian, maple syrup is our gold up here in Canada. Factory sealed. I know there are people who love that term. Factory sealed PlayStation 3 copy of Metal Gear Solid 4. The final mission for the legendary soldier that is Solid Snake. I love the ending to this game. That's, I think, if you just to get through this whole game, to get to the final scene of this game. Great moments. I liked it. I liked it very much. Yeah, factory sealed. As you know, I've already sent some things out to get graded by WADA. I don't know if WADA will do this game for grading because it's like in a regular shape. I might have to try VGA, which is like the alternative to WADA. I prefer WADA, to be honest. Not because I'm sucking up to them. I like their look better. I think their capsule display, whatever, is so much better than VGA's. VGA looks like your science teacher made a capsule, like yeah, like it's a specimen to be displayed on the wall with the pinned butterflies and shit. That's what that reminds me of, but that might be the only alternative for me for this game. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you very much for checking out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, any comments. I do read them. But if you want me to respond to comments, I made this series on our channel called Ask Thriftdweller Anything. It's kind of the forum where I respond to people's comments for the most part. I mean, right now it's at a level where I can respond to everyone's on video. Anyways, that's it for me, Nate. Thank you very much. DK all day. Peace. Take care of yourselves and each other.